It might be the Zerg player starting for the StarTale team to the bottom left once again in orange. I kind of like how they allow them to choose the color here.
That's a nice little change.
StarTale July.
My computer is not... Is that the button? Yeah, there we go. I'm just like muttering to myself while I click things on my computer.
Did we really see other colors though? Or is this just the new style? Orange against green.
I like orange against green. Those are two good colors. I'm sick of red versus blue.
I want to have blue against yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Top right though, in the green. Now starting once again for EG. With our Protoss player, let's see how he's going to fare against July. It is...
EG JYP.
the Evil Genius, JYP, and Evil Genius is their latest acquisition.
Oh, God. One of my favorite players.
Yeah, Thor's in here with... Oh, look at that. Early pool for July. He's going for a 12 pool build. This is pretty interesting. We have a scout for JYP, so a lot of Protoss players actually... I mean... Oh, what?
Wow.
Okay, this is actually... I was just about to talk about how a lot of Protoss players kind of misread situations where they see a 12 pool because they think it's a normal pool timing and will be really surprised if the Zerglings arrive a lot earlier. A player of JYP's caliber, especially in this matchup, will definitely know about the timings exactly, so he can prepare. But this is really odd. He's building the second pylon and has no forge.
Just now getting the forge. I was getting nervous. I was like, are you waiting for a Nexus? Because
that would be
then it would mean that he does think it's a normal pool time, because you can go Nexus first a lot of times against a normal pool.
But not with the pylon that he hides at the bottom left now.
Yeah. It'd just be too slow.
Whoa.
And he's actually spending a lot of money blocking the hatch.
Yeah, he has 4 pylons on the map right now. He blocks both hatches at the same time, starts with his forge, and has a pylon to the bottom left. The thing is that I don't think July is going to scout the pylon.
Yeah, I don't think so either. July Zerg is not like all about spreading creep anywhere, especially in his main base. His overlords
are rallied towards the top.
Yeah, I mean, why would you scout down there? That's like kind of a rare place for anything to happen.
Builds a building to the left. That might reveal it.
Yeah, I guess if he makes like his Roach Warren way over to the side or something.
That could give him an idea.
Yeah.
But as soon as, I mean, either he gets a few cannons, but even if he just waits for the pylon as an option to warp in units later on, if July doesn't scout it at all, then suddenly he will have a few zealots in his main base. That's not an ideal situation for a Zerg player.
I also want to point out about that 12 pool that we saw. You know, he didn't get aggressive with it, and I feel that's because the probe came in. I feel like the 12 pool, he's like, all right, you know what, I can erase pylons real quick that are my natural. It's not too terrible on economy, and also what it would do is just kind of blindly counter like the Nanowatts style 17 Nexus where you don't scout that some Protosses do.
It's just what you can. One of the reasons why you can play a 12 pool is just to force your opponent to not start with the Nexus. As soon as they scout it, they basically know, okay, if I start now with the Nexus, then I will die. Especially with the new Overlord speed, the Zerg player is guaranteed of having the scouting information early on, and then he can react. It also gives him a bit of an earlier queen, and he can try to take down the pylon a lot faster. That blocks his hatch. That's exactly what we saw. So the pylon is down. July now starting with his second hatchery, droning it up, still not aware of the pylon to the bottom left, and even the third base coming up for July right now, while JYP is getting his core, and I am so looking forward to him completing Warp Gate.
Yeah, I'm interested to see exactly what he's going for, because he is getting the +1, so it might just be a Zot Warp-in, which will really catch him off guard. But the Roach Warren is actually going down right now. That's a really quick one. Does it see it? Does it see it?
Yes.
Oh,
he knows about it.
Saw it. Okay. Well, JYP, that plan was actually really cool, but it's not going to work out.
That's exactly what we talked about earlier. If you build a building to the left, you might be able to spot the pylon, but so far he did not react.
Yeah,
I don't think he's aware that there's a pylon.
He might have just put it down and didn't notice.
Oh, there they are. The Zergling's heading back, and he's like, what? That doesn't belong there. That's a part of the map.
We do have a Stargate coming up now, so that's good. I mean, his pylon can see, obviously, the Roach Warren going up, so he's like, all right, well, Stargate isn't going to be a terrible choice in this situation. You know, Void Rays Phoenix is fine against Roaches.
The thing is, though, with this early Roach Warren and the speed, he can put on a lot of aggression now. He has a few Zerglings, he's now starting to build Roaches, his drone count is 31, and this could hurt a lot if he really commits to it. How many cannons do we have at this point? I think there's only one.
Just one, and there's no There's no sentries or anything like that yet, but...
He's droning now, he's droning. So he's just using it as a measure of being... Oh,
you know, I've never actually seen someone attack at that time. That would be interesting to see how that might actually play out.
I've seen it occasionally, but you gamble a little bit. It's a lot better if you have those units to defend those 3 bases, but sometimes you get a couple of Zerglings in your opponent's main. Yeah. It's actually surprising how often that works.
Yeah, it's surprising and disturbing, really. I mean, come on, guys, don't let those in there. Well, JYP has his Warp Gate finishing, his 4 gates just finished as well as his +1. The Void Ray is about to finish as well. I mean, that's a pretty well-timed out build, everything finishing all together. He does have a Proxy Pylon that will be taken down once again. So JYP losing pylon after pylon after pylon.
We saw that already.
Yes, I mean, this guy, his pylons out in the map, man, people are finding them very easily.
Drones. To the bottom right, we have another pylon, though, and that's the one pylon that he didn't scout just yet. And those Zerglings nearly were able to get in there. But the Void Ray, I don't know, this attack is not going to do anything. Yeah,
he actually just kind of wastes everything. JYP literally lost nothing there except for some Zealot health and some shield health.
Oh, the Lings are rallied towards the expansion of JYP, losing them. And at the bottom left, well, they actually have a few Zealots in position, just trying to take down a few drones. Doing a good job here, but already the Roach is in position, and now he can focus the Zealots now. The Queen might die, though.
Well, the Queen does die, so that's a nice little snipe. You know, finally one of his pylons did make it in the very bottom right, but that's like so far away you can't really even make more. And without that Queen there, JYP coming up with the Void Ray. Nice play, especially considering July has no creep spread. It would take Queens a long time to get down there.
Oh yeah, Queens are just so slow. They're like snails walking across the map. It's incredible. And this puts a lot of pressure onto July. That's really unfortunate. To the bottom right, though, the pylon has been spotted. And the Zerglings and Roaches take the pylon apart. JYP is taking his 3rd tier, while July is finishing his lair tech. The Queen now trying to do some damage to the Void Ray. Will be taken down, though. But another Queen will pop quite soon.
And, well,
and there it is.
It looks like he will hold it off for now. Another Void Ray is coming in.
That changes things a little bit.
Well, Spore finishes up.
Colors, yeah.
Looks like he's pretty safe for now. Now, he is taking his 3rd base, as we see, and I love that wall he's making. You really need to make a wall against Zergs nowadays at that 3rd to be really, really safe, especially when you've gone for Void Ray tech. You know, if you went for another tech, maybe you can have enough units, but Void Rays are going to make you a little bit lighter on those ground units to stop huge Roach timing. So, nice wall-in by JYP, and it looks like the game's going to stabilize and go in a pretty normal direction from here.
What I don't like really about JYP is that, did you ever look at this next side? He has so much energy on both of them, finally starting to use his chrono boost, but he lost a lot of energy because he was max on both.
Yeah, you gotta keep on top of those chronos for basically anything, you know? Whether it's probes, upgrades, getting out more units, you wanna keep those down. It's just another resource for Protoss.
The Void Ray is moving out with an Observer, I like it. That would usually enable him to kill creep tumors, but as July doesn't have any.
Yeah, you know what, that's actually a very good point. We see a lot of Protosses mix in that very quick Observer to do exactly that, but July Zarki has the perfect counter to that strategy, man, not making creep tumors.
That caught it by surprise.
He's like, ha, you wasted making that. You don't need that. I don't even have Burrow yet.
I don't know.
So a nice little harassment still with these 2 Void Rays, and with 2 of them, he can actually target down things like Spores, but he didn't see that quick enough.
Yeah,
so
it kills the gas, so I like that he takes down the gas, a few Lings as well. I really don't know why July isn't spreading his creep. That's something that has been become so crucial. Most Zerg players are all about creep, especially since the last changes, when we had the Queen now being able to defend the creep tumors. We see sometimes a Zerg player at the 12-minute mark nearly covering the entire map in creep, and
yeah,
I have to say, it's just so weird to see July not using a single tumor. But he's going for, I take right now something that I like, he's going for the Spire as well. He started with the Infestation Pit and is now moving straight for his late game composition.
Yeah, you know, he has some Infestors. Oh, actually he made 7, I missed that. Alright, so 7 Infestors is pretty good, but the Void Ray is actually doing a reasonable job. They end up taking down 2 Infestors, and that's actually, like, unacceptable. When you go Infestor, I mean, you can kill Void Rays pretty easally.
He only killed 1, though.
Yeah, he lost 2 Infestors and a ton of energy.
Yeah, for 1 Void Ray.
That's... July. He's playing sloppy today, man. Like, sloppier than normal.
He's taking a 4th now. He still has a really good economy, and he's looking not too bad. A very Well, it's not the fastest hive tech that we've seen, but still, it's pretty fast. And JYP does not prepare for any kind of broodlord composition at this point. He's just going straight for the robotics bait tech. He tries to get Colossi into the mix.
You know, I feel like actually JYP needs to attack right now, because now these Void Rays have cost the Infestors all their energy. And if you can actually, with your Stargate tech, get rid of all the energy on Infestors, you can just attack. And that's actually what he's doing right now. He's realized, okay, you're going to Hive, and your Infestors have no energy. This is the perfect attack timing for JYP.
Yep, if he moves out right now, he also has a fair amount of Sentry with a lot of energy, so he can use the Force Field. And he's using Blink. I like it there, the Force Field. Oh, beautiful donut.
That is absolutely sexy. But a nice burrow by July. I really like that as well. Targeting down Infestors.
This should not happen. The Lings are going in right now, and he does not have the energy for Fungal. Exactly what you talked about, Dan. Really, really scary situation for July here, who's nearly, well, he's halfway done with his Greater Spire. He's getting more Infestors, but he will need some time to get those Broodlords into play.
Yeah, and you know what? JYP backing up, choosing to be a little bit more defensive because of the huge amount of upgraded Zerglings, just deciding, you know, I'm a little bit low in Sentry energy. That can get a little bit dicey if he pops out a couple Infestors and actually gets some Fungals off. But he's going to have, I mean, he's getting his Fleet Beacon, he's getting Colossi at this point, and the Templar Archives, most likely for Archon. So good choices by JYP. He's playing a strong game.
Don't you think that his Fleet Beacon is a little bit late if July starts to attack with the timing as soon as he has the first Broodlords?
Yeah.
Oh, but hold that thought. We have Warping into the main base here with a Warp Prism, and this could do some damage. The Lings are in position, though. And July, when it comes down to the defense against this, he's actually spot on. And wow, JYP loses the Warp Prism. Does he? With
no,
a Fungal, he can take it down.
I guess it lived. I thought it was going to
die.
die.
There it is. He attacks. Yeah, he takes it down with the Corruptors.
There you go.
The Warp Prism is dead, and the attack of JYP for now has stopped. As he's still. Oh, Storm is not done yet.
Oh, he's going for a bunch of feedbacks, but he's going to lose his High Templars, all of them, going down to kill off as many of those Infestors as he could. Now, note that a Mothership has not started, and that's really late. I mean, we have 5 Broods on the way, so can July hold here? This is a very important moment of the game. Nice Force Fields there.
Scary, scary timing. He does not have the Fungals. He has 3 Infestors. That's all he's got, and he's getting Broodlords too. But JYP with a nice timing. Both of them exactly the same supply. 170 against 170 supply. Mothership has been started, and now comes JYP with his Blink Micro. A few Fungals go off. Here come the Broodlords, but they might be too late here.
Yeah, they don't have a lot to actually help them out. It's mostly Lings and just a handful of Roaches with a single spine. I mean, the Colossi will clean up the ground, and the Stalkers should, in a moment here, be able to blink under, kill off the Broodlords, and that's going to be something that July can't come back from.
He's trying to blink in, has to back off a bit as July reinforces with more Zerglings. 2 additional Infestors are now building. And of course, JYP warping in unit after unit, relying on those 2 Colossi. 26 Stalkers with +3 attack, warping in more and more reinforcements, and in a brilliant position to take on this 4th base. JYP is expanding as well to the right side of the map. We already have his 4th Nexus now, as he's trying to go for Ling Run by July, that is.
Yeah, July going for this counterattack. Luckily, a Zealot standing there for JYP. That's a huge moment that he has that Zealot there that's really going to help him out. And this Zergling counter shouldn't really do that much.
Really good. I like what JYP did there, that he did not, well, he did not try to cut corners with this one. There comes the Blink in with the Zealot, I was about to say, but here comes the Blink. And those Infestors, they are basically done for. The Broodlords die as well. The Zerglings trying to control the situation. But JYP is playing this really well with a 30 supply lead at this point and a lot of minerals banked up.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got 4 bases, man, and in fact right now 59 drones to 71 probes. He's got a better economy. He's got more supply by 40.
Check the hit points on his Stalkers. His micro is actually incredible.
Oh wow, they just got a lot of red ones in there.
Yeah, he saved all of them. Workers killed 13 to 13. Units killed 411.
Well, it's a 3-base July Zerg versus a 4-base JYP. He's got the Mothership out. He's got Colossi against mostly Ling Tech. July can't hold on much longer.
It's pretty scary for July at this point, especially with JYP now being 60 supply ahead. This is not something that you're comfortable with your Zerg player. 3 Colossi, a 4th being built, Mothership is out.
You know, two of these Colossi have about 70 kills on them to show how cost-efficient they're being against this mass Ling style of July. It's just really not working out for him right now. And, you know, I think what we're going to see from July here is one crazy all-in. Just a lot of, as many Broods and Lings as he can muster.
He's trying to go for Ling Run by as Storm is started for JYP. He really wants to make sure that he has now a few of area effect damage spells in addition to the Colossi. Even building, he's building an edge to the bottom right, and JYP is just cannoning it up, but all those Zerglings of July, they are trying to take down the pilot. But here comes the Stalker army, killing every single one of them. Cancel on the hatch has been forced, and July is just falling farther and farther behind.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left for him here. He's down by 30 plus supply. His Lings continue to run around, but Psystorm's going to finish up. And, I mean, this game is like so over that Caldor is getting ready to mark it down on the paper.
It's really looking bad at this point. July has to kind of rely on the army that he has right now. He has to take JYP out, but how?
This is it, man. We're going to have to see what he can do. And there you go, a Vortex going off. And July Zerg has only 3 Broodlords that are not in that Vortex. They are going to be picked off in mere seconds.
Yeah, without a problem at all. He's just blinking in. He took the Zerglings apart already. 130 supply against a maxed out JYP with Mothership, great tech, and a 5th base coming up. Storm also as a last nail in the coffin. July is going to die here. GG's!
And that's it, man. July Zerg is there any way for him to go out still?
No.
No. Okay, so July Zerg, bye-bye, buddy. You're down to Code A once again. See if you can make it back to up and downs. I gotta say, I wasn't a real fan of his play that game. You know, his infestors were so non-effective. You know, he used so much energy and lost 2 of them, and only ended up killing 1 Void Ray out of 2. And I mean, it's the Phoenixes that are hard to micro against with the infestors, not the Void Rays. So a lot of mistakes there in the early game, and JYP just capitalized perfectly. As soon as he realized, hey, your infestors aren't doing anything. That's a huge investment for nothing. Now I can just control the rest of this game, and he did it beautifully.
Also, later on, when he just traded his High Templars for the Infestors, this was definitely a trade in favor of JYP. He had Colossi, 2 of them. He had all the Stalkers with Blink, so as soon as the Infestors were gone, he knew you might have a Fungal, maybe 2, but after those 2 Fungals, I can Blink with my Stalkers the entire time. I can just make sure that your units are not connecting at all, and he did so much damage to the Zerglings and pressured the 4th.
And especially when you take into consideration that he was going for a Ling Infestor Broodlord instead of like an Infestor Roach Broodlord, because they're 2 totally different styles. If it's a Ling-based one, yeah, you can trade those High Templars a lot more easily because your Colossus are going to massacre everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really solid play by JYP. You think he can come back, though? He's 1-2 in the group. You know, Beyond and Nesty are looking really good today.
Oh, yeah, they are. The next game that we are going to see, let me have a quick look at our schedule. The next game is going to be Lure against Nesty.
Lure Nesty. Okay, so this is like, this is where Nesty can actually just say, ha! Codas again.
Yep.
I think that might happen.
If Nesty takes the next... Well, I'm not going to start with the ifs.
I always like that, man.
No.
That's always fun to watch you and Wolf try to figure those all out. You're like, if this and that happens, then I think this. And it's like,
I want to see you and Nick sit here and do that.
Oh, we used to try, man. It was terribly bad.
Well, if Nesty wins it, he will be in a very good situation.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, but if Lure wins, then he's going to be 2-1. With his loss being to Ghost King, who's looking pretty good, pretty solid chance for advancement. So, I mean, this is a really important match for Lure. If he's lost his games to the 2 people that are really highly ranked, that's hard to come back.
And Lure also won against 1 Zerg player already. July not looking too strong today, but let's just have a... Well, if you think about the match between July and Lure, July looked so good. He was so far ahead, and Lure was able to come back into this. So playing from behind is something that he definitely can pull off. And against Nesty, this might be something that he has to do. So the next match could be really interesting.
And I gotta say, the second he saw Mutas, he went right for Psystorm and Blink. Yep. So, I mean, that's what you need to do. And Nesty showed us in his last EVP that he favored Mutas. Of course, Lure knows that you watch that match. So maybe he can get another scenario like that where, Muta's become super cost inefficient against Psystorm. So.
Also, the cannons that he built in the Mineral Line, that helped him so much defending against the Mutalisk.
Yeah, he really needed those.
He did not really, July that is, he didn't do too much damage. He killed how many probes?
12. He only killed 12.
In total, lost 3 drones, so that was a huge investment and not taking down too many units. But we have a quick break before we start with the next match. So guys, we'll be back after about 5 minutes at the GSL Up and Downs with the Toasters and Caldo.